start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Prime Time. A solid stiff arm. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. So here come the Bills on offense for the first time. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his second year in the NFL now.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw one touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
25 yards on the play. That's good for a Bills.
Now a first carry for the brother of Dalvin. It's James Cook. He pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards, second down. The numbers a week ago for Cook. 17 carries, 107 yards, and the touchdown. Flag comes in. This might be a free play.
Well, obviously, he didn't have a great deal of time between games, having to turn around on a short week and get ready for Thursday night football. But he said in pregame he was feeling pretty good and felt more recovered from last week's contest than he would have expected. Didn't seem to think this short week was going to affect him much as he chases a big performance here in prime time.
To the air, Williams. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And the Bills are going to be set up with a first and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
That's another Bills first down. First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Boy, no problems getting down the field here on this opening drive. They've looked really sharp in the early going, and they've come up with some big plays already. Here's another.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Caleb Williams, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bills put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. With these Thursday night games, sometimes you get those quick turnarounds. You wonder how a team's going to start. They started really well.
Everyone's always wondering, going into a Thursday night game, who has their legs, who has the overall health of the team. But mentally, if you get that early edge, the other team might think to itself, it's been a short week, we're not really ready to go. You might run them into the ground that way. That's why getting that early score means a lot.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. And they'll be led out by their quarterback now in his 3rd season in the league.
Well, the silver lining from last week, he played phenomenally. Kept the ball clean and led them to the end zone several times. You know these NFL quarterbacks, though, they trade away all those touchdowns if it meant getting the win. That's his focus this week.
And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Throwing, Young. Now he's going to step up and run. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
Off the play fake, Young. Throw out wide is incomplete. Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Gore now running out of the gun. That's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
First down.
I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking.
Abdul Carter brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. To throw, Young. Over the middle, he has Okonkwo. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 25-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
That's another Dolphins first down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Back to the ground, this time with Gore. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. A tackle for loss there, 2 last week. He's tough to handle coming off the edge.
I mean, you talk about a defensive end, your first thought is how does he rush the passer? That's where he makes his big plays getting into the backfield. But the best ones can play the run as well. And that's what we're seeing from him, that excellent combination of holding the point of attack and also getting upfield to make plays in the backfield.
Young scrambling and able to pick up the first with his legs.
8-yard pickup. 1st down, Miami.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down. Looking to throw, Young. Throw to the right, caught by a Cockrell. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Now here's Young. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3. Mike McDaniel dialing up the risk here a little bit on 4th down. They're going to go for it. In motion right is Robinson. Here we go. It's Gore. And trying to push his way forward, but I think he's going to be short. And he is short. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the 1st down. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. So their first drive of the game already trailing, having given up points. A little surprised that they went for it, right?
Maybe the big guy, the head coach, senses this is going to be a shootout type of a game. That they've got to match them point for point as opposed to, hey, we'll get them later. Maybe he just has that sense, and that's why he decided to go for it there.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Brought down at his own 8-yard line. A 3-yard pickup.
From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. Into the hands of the tight end, Dalton Kincaid. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
And the Bills first down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
They'll go play action here with Williams. Has his man, it's Shakir. He's still on his feet.
Wrap up.
Still moving. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Khalil Shakir, 72 yards. And the Bills lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
It's Dolphins football here as we begin the 2nd quarter. As they've got it as we resume action. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. So Miami coming out for their 2nd drive. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, Your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Pass is caught by Rondale Robinson. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. Third down, Young from the gun. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Dolphins first down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
They'll motion the tight end across the formation. On first down, it's Gore. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
Behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and
Young
12.
working out of the gun. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. In motion, the tight end. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Escapes the sack. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete. So on 4th down, here's Jake Bailey to punt for the Dolphins. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Bills offense and their wideout getting set to go once more. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They start the drive with Cook. And seemingly every time they've looked his way in this first half, it has resulted in a big play, as borne out by the numbers. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
To throw, Williams. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. On play action, here's Williams. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
A gain of 6. And the Bills first down.
Off the play fake, it's Williams. And this is incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
To throw once more, here's Williams. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 26.
It's a gain of 22 yards. That's another.
Looking to throw is Williams. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Throwing is Williams. Touchdown, Bills! Josh Palmer, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bills have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Miami set to take over. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. This is 2nd and 8. Again, they run. Again, it's goal. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Young. He'll complete this one. Do a cock roll. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
A gain of 17 yards. That's good for a Dolphins.
Young to throw it. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Gore hit. He lost the football. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think that you take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Here's Williams. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Of 16 yards.
Play action. Now Williams. Here's a diving catch right side. 16 yards, a little deja vu from the previous play where they got 16. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. To the air, Williams. That's caught right side by Palmer. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Josh Palmer, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bills continue to pull away here in this first half. An extra point by Bass, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half.
Dolphins, nothing.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And able to get this out to the 25. The Dolphins taking over now late in this first half. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. Young will set to throw. He's got Gore. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Here's Young. Over the middle, he completes it to Robinson. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Dolphins, first down.
Young now. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Again, it's Young. Finding room at midfield. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
First down. It's a gain of 17.
Now Young. And he'll go right back to Moore. Complete again. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete. And his kick is indeed good, and that drops a deficit from 28 to 25. Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing it to break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board, give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback.
And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. No break needed. Let's get back to it. Week 3, here we go with quarter 3. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Dolphins getting set to go back to work here in quarter number 3. Looking to put a drive together. Young quickly to the flat. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On play action. Young. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
And 6 yards to go.
Here's Young from the shotgun. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So here are the Bills to take over. They fell last week to the Jets, but they've got the lead right now as they start this drive. To throw, it's Williams. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
2-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
He'll grab 3 yards on the play, taking it himself for the 1st down.
And what a weapon to have when you can use your quarterback as a short yardage runner and pick up 1st downs.
1st and 10 at the
1st down, here's the run with Cook. Now he breaks free in the middle of the field. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. James Cook, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Bills just continue to roll.
I know I should keep the focus on the spotlight on the hero that just scored, but tackling's been an issue for this defense all game long. I can't set that aside. We just saw it again here. Missed tackles leads to his long touchdown run.
The extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Dolphins 3.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And Miami's offense set and ready to go. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
To the right side, and he's got more complete. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And all the way down to the 37.
And the Dolphins 1st down.
Throwing, Young. Now he's got the hook up to Moore. From the 35, here's a 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
To throw, Young. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Douglas. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there.
5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Now Young. He's got his target. That's complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
That's good for a Dolphins 1st down. 1st and goal, Miami.
They go play action. Young. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Wan'Dale Robinson from 6 yards away. And the Dolphins are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Done good with the extra point. And that will cut this lead down to 25.
Dolphins 10.
5 plays there on that drive. And it was finished up by a touchdown catch from Wan'Dale Robinson. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Oh, nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
The Bills offense and Caleb Williams set to go to work once more. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. And he's going to be down at the 35, gain of 7.
A 7-yard pickup.
On play action, here's Williams. Coleman has it here right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a 1st down.
And the Bills 1st down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this one is incomplete. Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brings up a 3rd down. And
to the air once more. Williams. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Bills send the punter out, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Bryce Young and the offense out for their next series. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and solo moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route, too.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now here's Young. It's a loss of 10 yards on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
Brought down back at the 36-yard line.
Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. Young. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore. Here's 3rd and 7.
A 12-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Looking to throw, Young. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's got a 1st down as a tackle made at the Bills' 37.
That's another Dolphins
Young.
1st down.
Short throw taken in by Conquo. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Buffalo. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 3. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. From the shotgun, it's Young. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. And that one too wide and incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. They'll run it with Gore. And he's brought down, but not before picking up the first with a very effective stiff arm.
It's a gain of 8.
Young to throw it. Now he'll tuck this and run. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up
Young to throw it. Now he's going to step up and run. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Young will set to throw. Setting up the screen for Sampson. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Dylan Sampson with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Dolphins are able to cut into that deficit. Done good with the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a first down.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Here's Williams. This one complete to Coleman.
Williams pass.
Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. Working out of the gun, Williams. Has his man, it's Shakir. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That'll put him up over 160 yards receiving now for the game. They can't seem to stop it.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Throwing again here, Williams. He lost 9 there. That's really going to set him back for 2nd down.
2nd and goal at the Dolphins' 13-yard line.
Looking to throw is Williams. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Josh Palmer, his 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And the Bills look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25.
Dolphins 17.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
Dances by him. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins ready to take over on offense. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gore. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. 3rd down, Young from the gun. That is caught, and he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
A gain of 15 yards.
The tight end in motion right.
First down.
This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45.
Out of bounds at the 45-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd.
Off the play fake, Young. He's got a man. It's his fullback. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Up the middle they go. Sampson. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. The Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup.
Brandon, this can be so demoralizing for a defense. They've had 2 opportunities to get off the field. They haven't gotten it done. So now your coordinator, he's going to call every blitz that he has, any type of exotic, something that they haven't seen before. And he's also telling the defensive lineman, don't worry about holding people up. Just get in gaps and try to make a big play.
And not only not getting off the field on 2 opportunities, clock continuing to run.
Brings up 2nd.
Douglas, the man in motion.
At the 31-yard line.
Now Gore, handoff left. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
He was taken down.
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Oh, Young loses it. And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. Now 2nd and 5.
To the 49-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Shakir hauls it in. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
16 yards. That's good for a Bills first down. 1st and 10 at the...
But Charles, you think about this victory, pretty impressive. They came in facing one of the top defenses in the National Football League. Not only did they get the win, they played a clean football game, didn't have any turnovers against that great defense.
Yeah, it's a terrific observation because you know they emphasize ball security, wanted to avoid making any major mistakes playing against that tough defense, and they were turnover free and took points when they were available. Excellent execution, and they did it confidently.
So for the Bills, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the Saints will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.